Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Dokkan Battle video, and this is going to be my first Dokkan Battle review video. So we're going to be talking about Kaioken Goku and also Great Ape Vegeta, and we have some foresight here because when these units came out on the JP version, there are some things that we didn't really know. I mean, maybe in the future we kind of assumed would happen, but now we can actually tell you for sure that this guy right here does have a 200% lead, which I'll be talking about soon. Now, I don't know, I didn't look too far into if they link well together, just that they have a 200% lead, so that might be good enough for you. So, first of all, which is really great, is that this guy has attack and defense raised on super and ultra, also ultra super. The sacrificing 40% HP if you're a new player and you see this, it's actually not that big of a deal. You're probably going to be regenning that HP based on orbs anyways. Depending on what orbs you collect, you can regain your HP anyways. So sacrificing 4% HP is not that big of a deal, especially if you're at full HP and you're tanking very well. 4% is not a lot. So what I like the most about this unit so far is that he has attack and defense. Most units will only do, you know, raise defense on the super attack and maybe do both on the ultra super, but this guy does it on both, which is really good. Now for the downside. So there's not a lot of Vegeta enemies in the game, and if, for example, so basically for the Vegeta, and also it's restricted on these ones, or not restricted, but it doesn't really matter. You're gonna be removing this part, I believe, from your passive entirely. So you basically just have to pretend that this doesn't exist. So you're not going to get a lot more attack, the 70% more attack, which is quite a lot. You're not going to be seeing it, but you will be seeing, I believe, the rest of the stuff. That's why there's this semicolon here to separate that you'll be getting the rest of the stuff. And you can also change randomly change key spheres of a certain type, strength included, to strength type. So you'll actually be able to raise your HP back after sacrificing as long as you use it afterwards. Of course, in the first turn, you're probably not going to be getting back those orbs, that HP. It's only after the second rotation, perhaps. And highest chance of performing a critical hit. Very nice. So this guy is basically almost the same as the 7-year LRs, where he has basically super attack and crits on the same passive, which is very nice. It is very good. And the active skill greatly raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage and stuns the enemy. Of course, the stun thing probably won't make much of a difference because anything in the red zone you're not going to be able to really use. The weaker enemies, yeah, you can stun them. There are some enemies in the red zone, the mob, basically the fodder mobs you can stun. It's fine, but whatever. So this is coming from someone who beat all the red zone stages already as of now in global. Hopefully I'll be able to beat the other ones. And his activation condition is kind of annoying, but in the red zone you're probably going to be under that HP every now and then anyways. So you'll be able to activate it. His link skills are pretty good. You have Kamehameha here. You have Z Fighters, which is okay. Over in a Flash, Saiyan Lineage. Shocking Speed, which is pretty good. Shattering the Limit, which is pretty good, and Legendary Power. There's no Prepared for Battle, though, which is kind of annoying. And now you'll see in the categories, he finally, yes, you'll see down here below, Bond of Parent and Child, and also he has Battle of Fate, which means, we're gonna jump ahead quite a bit. This guy right here, as you can see here, Bond of Parent and Child, well, there's one part of the category, and also Battle of Fate. So, as you can see here, this guy is on a 200% lead. I don't want to waste too much time looking at their links. They have Legendary Power. They have... Okay, they don't share very many links, but you probably wouldn't link them two together anyways, because there's several other people on your team anyways. But just the fact that they finally have a 200% lead. Now, before this guy came out, and I made sure to look, there was not a 200% lead, only 170% for the Kaioken Goku. So that is a thing. But I'm gonna be honest, this guy looks very good in showcases and everything, but in reality, there's almost no Vegeta enemies, like I said. So the fact that you're not going to be getting those giant high huge PP numbers that you'll want to be seeing if you pull this guy. You're not going to be seeing them very much. He'll also be excluded to the Fighting Legend Vegeta events, which there are a few of them, but they're not that hard in the long skate. If you have the 7-year LRs, for example, they're cakewalk, those stages. So he's very strong. Maybe eventually then there might be like a blue zone where there's only super enemies, and there's a Vegeta stage, and this guy would be like king in that because you get 70% attack and Ki +3, which is insane. So maybe in the future this guy will be a lot better, but for right now, I'm gonna have to rate him pretty low because of the fact that he just won't be very strong. He won't be that strong because he does raise his attack and defense on both. That's good. He has a 200% lead now, so I think I'm gonna go and give him an 8.5 out of 10. He will be better on this team. Hopefully he'll link with other people other than them, of course. Hopefully he'll have links with other people. But for now, 8.5 out of 10, pretty good, but not super ultra amazing. Now on to the next. We have Great Ape Vegeta here, who can transform into the Giant Ape right here. Oh, Giant Ape, not Great Ape. I'm assuming it's going to be Great Ape. Not Giant Ape in the English version. Anyways, we have a small downside already, where like he can guard all attacks for sure, but he only races attack, that's it, and on his Ultra Super attack, all it does is just do AoE damage, which is pretty decent actually, but it doesn't raise his attack or anything. And we have another downside where, yes, there are more Goku enemies in the game, but again, not in anything in the red zone. So maybe if there is ever a Ginyu red zone, and the Ginyu transforms into Goku. Oh, I guess it doesn't count for Ginyu either. It says right there, no, Ginyu's not included anyways. So once again, he's relegated to for this part. Ki +3 and attack +60%. He's not going to be getting any of that, but he does get Ki +3 and attack plus defense 300%, plus an additional attack and defense 60% when performing a super attack, plus an additional 60% if it is an ultra super attack. So you probably want to do that. Because if you ultra and then if you're able to do a super, I believe they are able to get that additional attack and defense 60%. And the best part about him is that he guards all attacks. There's no greater chance to guard or better chance to guard or anything. Like just guards all attacks plus an additional Ki +3 and attack 30% with it. Same turn as Air is activated. That is very good. I just don't like the part where his super attack and ultra super attack don't give him any defense buffs. So you're relying a lot on the key links or just links in general, and of course you're not really worrying about his leader skill. And in the red zone, you're probably going to be getting under 40% HP most of the time, depending on what team you're using. And let's check out his links here. Yeah, Warrior Saint Warrior race, which is decent. Warrior lineage. Over 9,000, which I think is not a very good link. I've actually never seen that link before until now. Transform, which is pretty decent. Saiyan Warrior, decent. Decent. It gives him 10% defense. Shattering the Limit, which seems to be decent, and Legendary Power, which is decent. But once again, no prepared for battle, and all the other kind of links that usually you like to see. So he is in Pure Saiyans. He is in Vegeta's family. He also has Gifted Warrior, so that'll allow him to be on the Int Majin Vegeta's leader skill. So he also has a 200% leader skill. Sadly, once again, he doesn't link well with them, but hopefully you'll have other people on your team that can link well with him. And once you transform, he has Ki +5, which is pretty insane. So you'll be able to most likely Ultra Super attack most of the time, unless you get Ki screwed, which happens to me quite often. But the key +5 is quite nice, and hopefully you'll be able to do that a lot, because if you're able to ultra super attack, greatly raises attack temporarily, which is insane. So he's going to be hitting very hard in the key +5. And once again, if you're a new player, if you're wondering why there's no link skills there, it's because he takes over the whole row when he transforms for the turn. So just think of having all of him having all 3 turns to himself. So I think that's pretty great that he is able to do a lot of damage, but he's kind of wonky that his link skills are not that amazing. He has some 200% leader skill, but the fact that you have to be under 40% HP, which is kind of in the bad zone, you don't really want to be that low, but the trade-off is that you don't take any damage. Basically, you're invincible for these 3 turns. Yeah, he takes damage, but you have infinite life bar basically during these 3 turns. It's good, but he is kind of wonky. At the same time, you really don't want to get yourself under 40% HP. You'd like to be high HP. And the fact that if you're going to be using him in Majin Vegeta, you're most likely going to be high defense, and you're not going to be taking a whole lot of damage. So I just don't know why you would want to have this guy, other than just the guard chance is nice, but I don't know otherwise you'd want to have this guy. His links are kind of bad. His categories are good, but his links are kind of bad. I like the chance that he guards. I like the chance that he's really powerful in the grade up. The key +5 was really nice. So you'll almost likely not be key screwed, unless you're really key screwed. I just don't think this guy is very good though. Overall, positives: guard, key +5 on transformation, and the fact that he passively gets attack and defense when he supers and ultra supers. Cons: no defense buffs on either super attack or ultra super attack in his non-transformation state. And I think that's it. And wonky links. Like, what is over 9,000? I've never seen that before. Maybe I just don't. Maybe I don't like it links that often, but I don't almost never see that. So, overall, I'm going to give him a 7.5. I don't think he's really that amazing, other than the guard, but we have other units that can guard. So I just don't, like... There's those, like, rainbow tickets, you could potentially get him on that. So, is he worth the stones? No. Is he worth maybe using the rainbow tickets on? The thank you tickets? Perhaps. You'll get lucky from that. Is it worth using stones on this guy? No. We just know there's too many things coming, guys. There's the worldwide celebration. We know that's coming. The thank you celebration with this guy on it, which is insane. He's tied basically, almost kind of, if like, depends on who you ask, but this could be the #1 unit in the game now because they're just so insane. But we're not here to talk about them. But I'm just saying, in the future, these guys are to look forward to, as well as the worldwide celebration, which typically could be better than the 7-year LRs. It seems insane to even think that, they could be better than the 7-year LRs, but just look at last year with a 6-year anniversary with UI Goku, and also the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, who fell off a lot, but I still use him every now and then. He seems decent still on right teams. So we had Namek Saga, Goku, and also Full Power Frieza, which were far better. Even today, Full Power Frieza is still really amazing, and also Super Saiyan Namek Goku is still very good as well. So just take that into account. Somehow you'll have to wrap your head around saying there's somehow going to be better units than the 7-year LR somehow. It's hard to think of it in this fashion, but somehow they'll manage. So I don't think they're worth the stones. Either of them are worth the stones. Even though he gets 8.5, he's not worth the stones. Worth the tickets? Sure. You could maybe get them with the tickets. So good luck if you try to pull for tickets. If you pull for stones because you like it, I know what your guys is thinking, because I love Saiyan Saga. But sadly, they come in between a section where There's gonna be better stuff coming. And in gacha games, that's pretty much always like that's like a cop out. Like, oh, of course there's always better things coming, but we know that the better things are coming. We're then just saying, oh, you know, just better things will come in the future. We know that this guy is coming. We know that this guy is coming, and you should pull for this guy more than these. Anyways, guys, this video is already way too long. Appreciate you guys watching. This is my first review, so I may have missed a lot of things. May have missed some things that I should talk about, but I'll probably get better in the future if I want to do more reviews. Like I said, again, I've been all red zone stages, so this is not some scrub talking. I actually know what I'm talking about, at least a little bit. And I've almost gotten all the god stages done now, too. I'm up to the Fox, whatever his name is. And so thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you, and hope to see you in the very next video. Peace.